This is a video to explain my resource for my lesson 2. My lesson 2, the aim is to improve the spatial relations of the gymnastic coaches. Gymnastic coaches need to teach their gymnasts about spatial relations, as when the gymnasts are doing tricks, they need to be aware of their surroundings. That's a massive part of gymnastics, and quite often it's missed from my research in the audio apart from the poster. So the way I'm going to teach it is through a fun activity, as I feel it'll be motivation to get the gymnastic coaches learning about it. I'm going to use balloons. So these are party balloons. They're used for making like party animals, but they're also a great way for spatial relations. So we're going to be doing 2 main exercises in this video, and then I'm going to have 2 other ones prepared for anyone who's really good. So in this video is my goal for the activity, but as I said before, for differentiation I'll have 2 videos prepared. As in the actual lesson I won't be doing it through a video, I will be teaching it hands-on. So I'll make activity sheets as well that go step by step by the sheets. They're in the resources folder, so that any participant who really gets the hang of it can keep going and no one's left to stand still. So this is one I made earlier, a sword. This is the first one we're going to do. If we can see now, these two are even and this one is in. They're all in proportion. I didn't tie a knot here and have a tiny sword bit and massive handles, because that's not what a sword looks like. So this is how we did it. I'm going to go now and show you how I made this. So we get a balloon and we pump it. So they'll be using a pump just to pump it. So there we go. So you want to leave a bit at the end. See that bit at the end? That might look like too much, but you need to leave it at the end, as if you fill it up the full way with air, you won't be able to twist and make it into shapes, as it will just burst the balloon. So then we look at it, it's that long. So we're going to bend it into 3 parts, leaving about 2/3 of it, or just over a half, so around 2/3 out. So you have 1/3 here and 2/3 there. It doesn't look it because you've a bit going off the camera too. Then you're going to put your hands there and you're just going to twist it. So put your hands there and twist it. So just did that one wrong. We'll let that go back out. Very easily happen. And so there we go. So the handle's nice. These two are not in proportion. This one's ever so slightly small. I did that on purpose to show that the participants will do them a bit off, but the important is that we keep practicing until we do. The sword is one to get up and going. The next one we're going to do is a dog. So I made 2 dogs beforehand. If we look beforehand, this is one of the dogs. The neck and the body are the same length. That's not an accurate representation of the dog. Also, the legs are fairly good and the tail is, but the head is massive. The ears, sorry, that is the ears. The ears are massive. It's falling down so people think it's a head, which is not what we want. This one here, again, they're all the same size. You wouldn't even know it's a dog. You'd think it's a butterfly. But that's all about spatial relationships, because when you're doing this, you have to judge the space and you have to make an educational guess. So the more you do it, so this is going to get the participants aware that of the importance that you actually have to be aware. You can't just wing it, because if you wing it, it mightn't be right. And if you relate this back to gymnastics scenario, if they taught the participants just to wing it and don't actually teach them the importance of spatial relationships, like teach their gymnasts, it could really result in an accident, and that's not good for anyone involved. So that's what I'll be highlighting throughout the video, of the importance of being aware of the skill of spatial relationship and how it is applicable to them as gymnastic coaches. So we're going to make a dog now. So then we're going to go on and make the dog. The dog, you do the exact same thing, we pump it up. So place it on. Again, we're always going to make sure that bit, now that's a bit long, I'm going to add a little bit more air to it. Because right now I've let a bit too much air in it, so you just take it out by going like that. As the adults doing this course, they'll all know how to tie up a balloon. It's a very safe procedure, as no one's blown into it. I'll provide them with pumps. There we go, that side. So now we have it, it's all there. So we're going to take just the first bit and use 2 fingers, and we're going to put 2 fingers there, and that's going to represent the face. So we'll put 2 fingers on top, and then we're going to twist. So we look at that, they're the ears, they're the mouth. That's very proportional, as it's roughly anyway, because the ears should be bigger than the mouth, and they are ever so slightly, if we look. So then we're going like, we only want a small neck, so 2 fingers again is perfect. Twist it. So as you can see with me, I'm trying not to speak over when I'm twisting, just so you can hear. The twisting sometimes takes a second, it could pop back out, but if you give it a go, it's actually very easy. It's just twisting. So we have that done there. There's the neck. So then I'm going to do the feet, so like the legs. So I'm just going to bend that down. 2 fingers is a rough idea, but you can go what you want. As I said, the whole aim for this is to, like, for the participants to make an error judgment, because they can make a sausage dog if they wanted. That's the goal. Once they are doing what they intended to do, or they can make a poodle. But I need to know beforehand what they want to do, or they have to tell me before. It's not just pot luck, because then that's not the point of this exercise. So legs now, bottom legs. So see here, we have the bottom, put this on top, and we twist. So there we do, we have our dog done. Our dog is roughly in proportion. The legs are the exact same. The tail might be a little bit big. So in order to fix that, because the tail and these legs are slightly bigger than that, we can redo it. So all we have to do is untwist it. And because we didn't put in a lot of air, it won't undo. So I'm untwisting it there. It's done. I'll untwist this one too, just to make a point of showing it. And this is what I'll be doing with the participants. I'll be just showing them, and they'll be doing a lot of discovery on their own. So it's not going to be me doing everything. It'll be a lot self-discovery and learning, as that's how you learn best. So go again. Okay, we've got a nice dog. There we go. So as we can see, that dog's now in a lot more proportion. If we look at it this way, we can't see the bottom legs. That's how you know it's in proportion. I'll just put the head, you know it's in proportion, as we know from orthographic projection that you should be. Look again, it's in proportion. So we've got the